Good morning, everyone. I'm a bit late today. I had to take care of some stuff. So I apologize for that. I woke up on time and then just had to take care of some things. But I'm trying to adjust my schedule so I can be up a little bit earlier and feel less tired. I.e. waking up at the same time I normally wake up, but being less tired by doing so. So we'll see how that goes. So let me finish getting this. There we go, okay. But we'll be grinding again. I have an idea of where we need to get to, so we might be grinding a couple of streams, and then we'll finish out the story from there. Looks like probably the gear that we have now, probably what we're going to be rocking till the end of the game. Just because so much of it's from stealing, and I really don't want to put the effort into looking up a guide and like, oh, you gotta go this to get this, go here to get this, and I don't want to do it. That's what my internet decides to not be a pain today as well, so... Just like it has been. I don't know what it's doing. It's like, as soon as I said, I hope my internet's gonna be okay, it gave me no data. Let me speed test real quick, make sure everything's good. At least speed-wise. Battle mode seems to be automatically pretty good, so I'll let the upload do its thing. I see what level everyone's at. 21. He seems probably the closest to being ready. Yeah. So aside from Ion over here, you know, we have like these other 6. That's going to be the units we're using. And pretty much on the jobs that they're going to be. Yeah, everything seems to be fine, so... But we're going to be working on a bit of a challenge here. We're going to be getting everyone to level 30. And then we're going to finish out the rest of the game. Mostly because we're going to be getting into more of the story missions towards the end of the game, running close to the end of the story. And I don't want to be surprised with another mission that we can't handle, potentially. Like, Mont Blanc was thrust into something he was not prepared for. You know, Easkin was thrust into something we were not prepared for. And by virtue of the fact that I had the item command on him, that is how we were able to win. That's it. Bar none. And I don't really want to do that again. Alright, 5 enemies to dispatch. go ahead and send him on that. Mysidia? Really? Only 10 orders can be filled. Okay. Oh, wow, okay, and we have 2 items that we probably don't have, but it's a whole thing. Probably not worth it. Probably is worth it, but for what I want. Right, so now is the day he's gonna move. So if I move there, winds. It's weird that only these 2 are indented when this is clearly also on there. Skill abilities, like say ninja skill? I mean, I guess. Knives are illegal, which is unfortunate for our thief. I guess we could technically unequip him and have him be barehanded, but... I'm gonna be honest, I think this whole month just kind of sucks. Haste is forbidden. Target all. Abilities affected entire field. Okay, so that means we can't use the Totema. Which is honestly fine. So we can leave a dragon alive. Sure, we could probably leave the Flan alive. Penalty for a soul hit. I don't remember what that is. But I don't think we have it anyway, so I don't think it matters. I'll go ahead and do this just in case this goes wrong. Or just goes badly, because I want to do this battle no matter what, but just in case something just... game crashes, etc., to have the start of the battle. Well, if it hits... Yep. Pretty easy. Yeah, we wouldn't want to use the Totema anyway, grinding, so, because that would just make it harder to grind. Can I hit you from here? I just barely can. Action. Go ahead and go boost. So if I move you here, I can cast Protect. Yeah, he's gonna get a lot of judge points today. And oh, I know what I forgot to do, damn it. Okay, well, that's AP grinding anyway. I think right now it's better with him as a paladin. We'll have Isaac here in a little bit. Wait, no, we want to. Only 78%. It's 34 damage. We may not want to leave you alive. That's level 8. They are dragons though, so at level 8 should be fine to just leave. Really? The one person I really wanted you to hit. So we can go over here. It's 39 damage total. So maybe 38 for this, but we get the poison proc potentially. 79. Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's right. Double shot only tells me the damage of one hit, but it does twice. So it's a 1 point of damage scaling, or predicted more. Hello, welcome to the grind stream.
Hello.
There you go. Now you can see the grind stream.
It's just one of those mornings.
Yeah.
Things are already starting to not be good.
I can't believe you burned the cinnamon rolls.
No, I didn't even bother making those today. My medication for Friday was sitting out all day.
Doesn't that need to be like refrigerated or whatever?
Yep. Cold stuff that needed to be cold was not cold when I opened it this morning. It's apparently it came yesterday before I left for work. Or it would have been before I left for work, but since I left early to do that paperwork stuff, I wasn't there. So it was on the doorstep all afternoon into last night. And then when I came in and went upstairs here to my room after work, I didn't see it inside. So when I came down, it was sitting at the foot of the steps this morning. So it was sitting out all afternoon yesterday and then sitting, here inside all night. I'm not happy.
You think your roommates know by now?
Yeah. So hopefully things are fine with the medication. I'm gonna have to ask the nurse. Worst case scenario, I'm gonna have to take another day off for free next week. Oh no.
And just be like, listen, boss, I have to because my roommates apparently can't be trusted to bring my needed to be refrigerated medication in.
I just feel like I'm being punished for doing something that, yes, I put off to this week and I didn't do last week. But it's like, why am I being punished for doing something I needed to do for another thing and then something else falls apart? It's like if I was just home yesterday, I would have heard the, package being dropped off or whatever.
Do you get this is not to belay your problem, but to maybe prevent it from happening in the future. Do you get tracking info?
Nope.
Okay. Oh, he's going for it.
I mean, I could probably ask for that information next time.
That might be something you want. Just for ease, so if you ever have to do something in the morning again, you can be like, all right, I won't do it this morning. It'll, it's because it's probably going to come in. You know what would be absurdly busted about Double Shot, and I'm sad they didn't do it?
Ooh.
What if we got XP twice because we hit them twice?
I just realized, checking the message again, it did say Tuesday. I thought it was going to be coming Wednesday. Fuck.
There's no way you could have known. There's no way you could have known that you misread it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna say it has any bearing on your problem, but I definitely have been just feeling. I finally feel back to normal, for lack of a better term, but I definitely was just this week or over the weekend really tired, and it was kind of evident looking in hindsight, and then realizing Monday, oh no, I'm still really tired. Because some of you, depending on if you have the notifications for the stream, you probably noticed it. I didn't change the thumbnail. I made the thumbnail and didn't change it. So it says 12 instead of 13. And I didn't realize that for hours after the stream ended. I was like, oh no. But slide over to the game real quick. The thing I am missing the most right now is I wish I had Disgaia's ability to change equipment
Yeah.
mid-battle. Okay. No enemies remaining.
But while I was down there and already talking to my roommate, I did mention that, I only have, 10, 11 megabits of upload, right?
Yeah.
And he said we're supposed to be getting 400.
Oh! I thought that number was odd, and turns out it was more odd than I thought. So that's something
And
you
the
guys
thing
get to
is,
talk about.
Yes, but the problem is I'm the only one who's being throttled. That he has no problem hitting that with his stuff.
I wonder if it's your Ethernet port. For whatever reason.
I don't know.
Just something to remind ourselves for the weekend. We should not do your Ethernet and do a wireless test to double check. I don't know if it's possible, but I know it's possible to do like a wireless versus Ethernet test, but I don't know if it's possible to throttle via the Ethernet port. Because here's the thing. Yes, I know Ethernet is more stable. However, depending on the network environment anyway, at some point the speed is just high enough, it doesn't really matter. Granted, for fighting games, yes, the stability is like uber important. So obviously, you'd want to plug it back in, but if we're saying like streaming over Discord, unless it's like really erratic, you could probably get away with not having Ethernet.
Well, this cord is like 5 years old, so I don't know if that's
That also could be it. Like, I'm not even kidding. I would still do the wireless test first, because that will also, like, if that, suddenly I'm getting 400, that might be it. What's your download again? What was the number last time?
Well, from my check just now is 358.
This is where my lack of knowledge comes in. I don't know if it's possible to be low on one versus the other with an Ethernet cable.
Well, I will be talking further with my roommate, like, later.
Yeah, I think your roommate knows a little bit more about internet stuff than I do.
Certainly does.
So, for once, listen to your roommate.
Yeah.
But we did figure out a source of the issue is, you are supposed to be getting higher, you're just not. So, step 1 is solved, now it's on to step 2.
Because he was like, yeah, like, it's obviously split between everyone's devices, so it's like, our other roommate has like at least 3 devices. I have 2. I'm like, I have 2. But I'm like, that's shouldn't be the case, though.
That's really, like, that's going beyond an issue of speed and more bandwidth for the speed.
So it's like, why am I the one who's getting throttled,
Because, like, even
and even if I was getting, obviously throttled here, why is this so low?
That's the thing. It's like, I can understand your speed being low. Like, I will not dispute that. Because definitely, right now, I'm probably getting a higher speed than I would normally. Or during prime time, let's say. But if you're getting 400, you should not be going to 11. You should be going to like 60 or 100 at lowest.
Oh, I was thinking like, 30 at lowest.
Because, like, here's the thing. I have And I've done this with all of my devices like active at the same time. Not like all of mine, but like my mom's computer, my dad's tablet, my dad's computer, you know, our streaming device, my computer, you know, our phones, you know, my PlayStation, all active at the same time. And I think highest I've seen it is like 300, but I tend to sit around like 200 upload on average. What's really frustrating, though, with our speeds is we had an opportunity to like get like gigabit internet at some point, and this was when I was like full-time employed, making like a decent chunk of money. And I had told my parents, the people who pay for the internet, I was like, I would love the higher speeds. I will pay the difference in the monthly cost. And they were like, well, but we won't use it. And I was just like, it's like, but I will. And just, they would not do it. So I'm kind of sad. It's just really weird, you know, it's like at a certain point, there's just nothing I can do to convince my parents. Like I could literally, you know, go, I'll foot the entire bill, and they would probably go, no, we're not gonna use it, so don't worry about it. I'm like, but I will. That's the reason I want to pay for it.
Yeah. At that point, it's their loss. It's like they wouldn't have to be paying for something.
Yeah, it's like, you know, the idea would be like you would still be paying the price of this plan, like the plan that we're on now. Which is, as far as I'm aware, not the gigabit internet. But, you know, they would still be paying for that one. I would just be paying the difference between that. Because I was still paying rent at the time. I'm not now because I'm in school. That was the agreement. But, you know, it's like you would just add it on to my rent. So instead of paying this much money, I would pay that plus the difference. Which, you know, to me, seems like a sensible idea. But regardless, I get high enough speeds anyway that I can stream and do games and double weave on FF14, so I'm pretty good. I will not bemoan my loss too much, but I will still be sad about it. How much do you have? Like 100 HP. I'm just gonna leave him alone. Oh, I just realized something I need to do next turn. Nice one crit. Hooray! Wasted turn! Okay, I need to do this. I know, like, she technically gets countered in, like, close range, but... I don't want the dragon hitting Easkin and getting crit countered and killed.
Yeah.
Or played the advanced version, you have War of the Lions on your phone, the original PS1. I am looking forward to War of the Lions. That's one of the ones that, you know, people were like, you know, I know you say you don't like Tacticans, you should play War of the Lions, it's really good. I think it's funny is, like, having played FF14, I think I get, like, this weird semi-abridged version of War of the Lions by playing the Ivalice raids.
Yeah.
All right, now we can't hit someone that can counter back. Also, good morning.
Good morning.
I think I'll spend our archers or next turn boosting instead of attacking. I don't like playing stuff on my phone. I do, however, have the PSP version, so I guess play that instead. Because that's the version I plan on eventually playing for stream. Is the War of the Lions version, because when doing my research, I was like, oh, the PS1 version was the one that was remade into War of the Lions. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with like playing these games on your phone. I just don't like playing games on my phone. Like, it's very much just I really don't want to. Action. Boost. Also, I would love to point out, still at this point in the game, we are still fighting enemies that are level 8.
Yeah.
How goes the grind? We basically just started, so we're basically at the end of where we were last time. Oh, we have like no MP. Herein is regen plus 24. Great.
Great.
Ow! That's what I'm talking about. That's why I wanted her over there. Thankfully, I have my move still. Also, haven't found Cura anywhere. Also, she's not getting Cura, so we have to slide everyone over.
Height difference.
I didn't think it was that high, but apparently it is. Just like everyone's favorite Disgaea, you don't really get a sense of how high everything is. Now you don't have the fancy number to tell you either.
You do.
Do you? In this?
Yeah, it's on the top corner.
Is that what
You
that
see
is?
5H? Yeah.
Hold on, let me... Okay, well I can't back out now, so we'll have to... we'll look at this. Okay. Okay, 9, hold on. You know what, has there ever been a height thing on these moves?
I don't think so.
Yeah, Disgaea has it, doesn't it?
Yes, this guy has it.
Haven't found the heal staff yet? No. This game doesn't let you buy anything. It's all on the missions or steal. The two things that we're not doing.
Well, Herbadoomadoo, that's why. You're not playing the entire game.
Yeah. No, heal staff has not been purchasable. If it is, I for some reason didn't purchase it, but we can rectify
The
that
reason
pretty
you
easily.
didn't purchase it is I distinctly remember you being like, no, we don't need this. Cura's still doing work. And then you never went back to buy it.
I swear it wasn't available, but we'll look after this, because again, XP and AP grinding are two very different things.
Yeah.
And with here,
So that is your reason for not buying it sooner if it is viable.
I definitely remember saying that, and at the time, still stand by that. It was.
Yes, it was. But obviously, now is not then. Now is now.
Now is in fact now.
Now things are hitting for roughly people's HP.
Well, it's not even the fact that like they're hitting for roughly the HP we have. It's the fact that they are hitting for more than what Cure can cure.
Yeah.
Oh god, he's gonna hit. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Alright, let's look at everyone's HP real quick. 46, 5. You're looking a bit sketchy, but... Oh, no, there's still damage to zombies, so we could have done that. Yeah, I just don't remember ever seeing anything with Cura in the shops, and we haven't had anything in the shops for like a million years, so...
I also like how my stream, when I loaded it, I just checked now, and I'm like, I saw like the breath cone, and I'm like, wait, that breath cone was like 5 minutes ago. I hover over and I see the time bar. Yep, that's like 5 or 6 minutes ago. I'm like, my stream isn't even current.
The pros of YouTube streams can rewind. The cons of YouTube streams, you can also be 5 minutes behind. But flip side of this, the pro for that, it's much easier to wind back up to current on a YouTube stream than Twitch.
Yes.
And Twitch is really finicky sometimes with that. That and with the way they do ads.
Yep.
I control pretty much every area other than one that I lost. And I haven't seen anything in the new shops. Stop it! You've gotten more crits this one mission than you have the entire game!
That's so funny.
He's done it twice! Alright, hold on. That's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna do this. I'm gonna have to go out of mission and swap his equipment around because this is insane. If his crit rate's gonna be this high, I need to swap some stuff around so he's not killing everyone outright. I mean, misnaming aside, I don't think we have anything that has cure, so. Alright. White.
Oh yeah, we have a heal staff. Oh no. We may not have the cure staff. Yes. We shall see.
Well, we'll see. We're leaving this mission so we can change some equipment around.
Our character is sitting there with blood on his hands. I thought you were stronger.
Mayo, and it's like, no, you idiot, stop critting.
Now you're a fucking idiot who's really lucky. Stop it.
All right, so speaking of blood, I didn't tell you this yesterday. So, guy unlocks after the second upgrade, which is after winning 20 fights. I don't remember seeing it ever, but speaking of bad luck, so yesterday, for those who play FF14, you know, yesterday was reset day for the weekly resets.
Woo.
What the heck is corner? I don't know what that is, so you can go away. Okay, well, we cleared that area. We can make call legal, but I don't use that, so it's fine. So obviously what this means for FF14, to go back to that, is you can now do the normal raids and get one more piece of loot for new gear. My luck yesterday was absolutely abysmal on I rolled like sub 55 on everything. I think I rolled 78 on one chest piece, which I got. Then I got pulled in, like, this is after doing M2, the second raid, like a bunch of times, like at least 4. Got pulled into the 4th raid where there's 2 chest piece drops, and I rolled 97 on both of them. And I'm like, gee, thanks. I didn't want this spread out or anything. All right, well, let's look for it. Where are the stats at? Nope. No. Wrong button. That is there. Okay, we do have it. But, we might also have a heal staff, but... Well, regardless, that might be the only useful thing in the shop that we've gotten for a while. Yeah, I don't know why we own 2. I don't know why we own 2, but... The shop still has not gotten any upgrades in, like, 10 hours of playtime. First off, I know you're a time mage, but you just mastered silence. Let's see, change jobs. We did get ninja gear, and I need to figure out who I'm gonna put that on. Let's see, like accessory. Null, Confuse, and Charm, half dark. Half fire, lightning, and ice. We can just null like a majority of elements on our healer.
Yes. Hat.
Hat. Yeah, we don't want that on our healer. He's not dealing damage. Right, he's still mastering Soul Sphere. Uh, You've long since mastered haste, probably. Reflect, silence, slow. Give you that. You've mastered Saint's Cross. Do we even have anything else for you to learn? I have Parlay, but I'm not really wanting to learn that. I don't think we have anything else hiding anywhere.
I mean, unless you want to check the shop again.
We could, but I think I bought all of the ones that were useful there. Remembering that I have them is one thing, but I'm pretty sure we would have bought everything by now. I know we have all the bows. Poor snipers out here thirsting for literally anything. Aim armor. I don't think we learned that for you, but I think we got that as a reward, so. I also think it's higher evade, apparently. And also, you know, to my, I will admit it, to this game's credit, we did use Conceal once, and it was useful. They did not attack us.
Yes. This is true.
No, well, wrong thing. I always think the shop's first, or the other way around. Just mess up that input all the time. All right, weapon. There's Vents, drop weapon, parlay. Yeah, we learned subdue. Yep. Let's see, double shot, capture, seal. Yeah, that's all regular bows. The bunny shopkeep. It's the best shopkeep.
Bunny.
She even winks at us.
Winky face.
All right.
I thought I was having a time this morning. Ugh.
Yeah, I feel that. Everyone's still pretty much equipped. I mean, we could, but we're not spamming the missions yet. That's the thing. I mean, I guess we could do speed. What's his speed now? Actually, because, like, Ian moves really fast. So 143, 139, 135, 131, 34. Abysmally low level. Yes, okay, yes, you can use super speed. You bring up a good point with, like, stats for leveling, change ups. I do need to go over here. He's functionally the slowest. The only reason he's not the slowest is because Mont Blanc's 6 levels underneath him. Let's see. Yes. Get rid of that. Shield. Then we have the thief hat for you, because you're going to be the one who's being attacked. And we'll go ahead and slap the ninja gear on you for now too. Then gauntlets. Pick abilities. And we want to have chivalry on, so you can constant defense. We're not stealing anything. The thief armlets don't do anything. Like, they're worse stat-wise. Like, they help us steal stuff, but we're not going to steal stuff. They do, but they're worse than gauntlets. Like, on both fronts. Yeah. To your credit, I was just like, I looked, I was like, all right, you know what, let's check the stats. But no. And since we're not actually doing the missions, I don't have the dash boots on him. What would his move be? It's 5, okay. So. But he should still be tanky. Or tanky enough, rather. I just really cannot be bothered to do some of those help missions. It's like, oh boy, more level 8 dudes that I'm one-shotting. Elemental, steel, spirit magic. That's really unfortunate. Let me look. That's the antlions too. So those are monsters. Like, these aren't even clans anymore, they're just monsters. Okay, so this is actually really good. So we'll save here. I mean, yeah, the dash boots are better than the gauntlets. Like 100%, they are better than the gauntlets. But though that's for like the purpose of doing a mission. What Iskin is going to be doing is sitting there and using defense over and over and over again while we beat him up. Which I will position him accordingly. I think right there is the spot for him. Right there. Mont Blanc right here. Actually, out of here. Equip weapon defense plus ability. I mean, if it's on Paladin, he has it. And then you right there. Well, it's a bit too... Actually, hold on. Is weapon defense plus a support ability? I thought it was an active ability. Let me see something real quick. You... Okay, so... Because thieves can't wear shields, so we have Shield Bearer on him to give him a shield. I'm not sure if the loss in defense would actually be worth it. Like, let me find him. This weird menu. Only boost evade? That feels counterintuitive, but... Just curious. Oh, we can't even look. I wanted to see. Only boosting it by 10, too. Yeah, that's where I want everyone. I'll correct you slightly, Daffy. Shield Bearer is good on gimmick builds and people who don't have anything else, so they put on Shield Bearer. Like we've had for most of this game. Can I hit you without moving? I might be able to hit you without moving.
I'm looking over some of my 5e homebrew books to try to find some stuff that I was looking for that may now be more pertinent due to how our story is progressing. But looking through Dungeon Coach's Almanac of Everything, Almanac of All Things, regardless.
The thing.
There's a section on help actions that I glossed over before, and I'm now kind of like reading. There's some really good stuff in here.
So like, okay, so D&D 5e, obviously, you know, help action is a thing. So is this adding more to the help action? Like, what is this doing?
Yes, it is adding more to it, or different ways of just, oh, you know, you can do a bajillion help actions, or, oh, you know, like it only gives advantage. There's more to it than just, you know, those two things. So it's, you know, if you use some of this, like, you're technically limiting it to, if you're proficient in that check, then you can help. So then, you know, you're not having, you know, the whole party, you know, stack, you know, or split advantage to everyone, you know. But in because there's some different rulings here. So there's like help checks. So instead of just, you know, giving someone advantage, you would need to make a check in order to give them, you know, advantage.
I feel like that defeats the purpose, but
yeah, but it, you know, adds a little bit more flavor to it, you know, than just like, oh, I give the help action. Which I, you know, again, as I'm trying to like cut the amount of dice, you know, rolled, this kind of doesn't help. That's just like, oh yeah, you know, if the DC for you climbing this thing is 18, which is the example here, and then a creature needs to roll a like 13 or higher to be able to give you aid. And they need to be like proficient in investigation or perception to help you. And I don't know, this one's a little messy. It's like, I like it, but
the problem is like wanting to cut down the dice roll is, you know, it's a good goal and all, but I don't, outside of just leaving help as it is and just taking the add proficiency to it, I don't really think there's much we can do. You can do more interesting stuff with it, but
the second thing here is what I really like. So help dice. So when you take the help action, you roll a d10 and then add the result to the aided creature's attack roll or ability check.
I mean, I like that.
Yes, I like that. So in his description, like, oh yeah, you know, this could also, you know, represent, you know, how well they helped. So with a natural, like a 1 on the die, it's like they hardly helped at all. But if you roll like a 10, that means you contributed a lot to that succeeding. So, you know, that seems kind of hype.
I would still also say it should be the D10 plus modifiers. Or D8, whatever it was.
So there's a little, you know, tippy here, a little extra box. You could have the player roll a different die based on how well their help check went. Now, this is obviously for help checks, but could still use it for the help dice just in general.
I'm resetting for counter again because I should find it way better. But anyway, keep going.
For how much it the check went or how much sense it makes for them to help in this way. Maybe a gnome helping lift something would only be a D4, but the Goliath would be a D12.
That's way too much effort.
Yeah, I know.
It's cool, but it's a lot of effort.
Yeah.
But the reason I would say the D8 plus modifiers would be like better than just a flat D8. It's like, all right, trying to think offhand, like
There is a thing here that kind of follows that logic. Because it is the D6 consistent help dice. When you take the help action, your help dice is now 1d6 plus your proficiency bonus. This makes it so the help dice total scale with level and be more consistent. My only concern with this is that the consistency is less exciting since the D6 becomes less impactful the more your proficiency bonuses rise. I like the variety, the 1d10 help dice more, and feel like it stays true to the standard advantage system.
I mean, I don't think it does. Like, I don't think it does, because like the advantage, like I could still just roll worse than the first roll, which may or may not be that good. Then, you know, consequently also you add in, hey, I'm now doing instead of advantage, I'm now adding a D8. Oh boy, I added 1 to your thing. Now the D6, it's a smaller number, but you're getting way more of that help action because now I'm adding the proficiency bonus to it. So right now, our party is level 9, so we have a proficiency bonus of 4. At minimum, a help action is always giving +5. So even if my roll sucks for whatever, I could give someone else advantage for the help action. Now they have a +5 minimum.
Yes.
So that makes the person who is good at it more likely to succeed, which would make narratively more sense.
Yes. But that also is, you know, kind of what breaks the help system is someone who's bad at something is just going to give, you know, say you are proficient in, you know, a skill that, you know, somebody else is, you know, better at. So we'll take, like, you know, Easgone as a, you know, example from like Unexpectables 2.
Also watch Unexpectables 2. Anyway,
so he has a bonkers ass perception because of his build, right?
Yeah.
It's like that's where the help system breaks normally, is because if you don't have proficiency, you can just say, oh, I give the help action, so this person who is likely going to succeed anyways is going to roll even better because the advantage. It's just like that just feels lame. And especially for something, you know, like perception, which is one of the best stats to, you know, spec into in the game. That's like, it just,
I would
it's
argue
like, I don't like it.
I would argue you can't do the help action or perception though. I know you're making this the example, but for that specific one, I would argue that you can't.
Because like that is how you find, you know, secret things in walls and stuff, is like perception or like investigation. But, you know, investigation is weird.
Yeah, but like,
because some players would be like, no, like with my like bonkers passive or, you know, my, you know, good perception check from the doorway, I should be able to see everything.
No, you don't.
I should be able to see that wall over there from the doorway here, you know, has a little flippy dippy doo brick.
What passive what a good perception roll does is it lets you. So perception is a general thing. I looked over there and I saw a big shape moving. A better perception check says, that looks like that, you know, that's you know, a dragon, or you know, whatever. Investigation is where it gets more specific. Like, I would walk into a room with a high passive perception. I'd be like, something seems off about that wall. You don't know what it is, but you know, something seems off. Investigation would going up to it and says that wall has is a secret door. You can find the seam to the door. Now you just need to figure out how to open it. Alternatively, like a low investigation would be like, the wall just looks off. It's not, you know, maybe it's built different. Haha.
Haha. Also, you did drop out for a second there at the beginning.
Wow.
So you got like 5 words in, and then it like cut out like 2 words.
Thanks, Discord.
Because you like literally dropped out of the call.
Thanks,
at least
Discord.
on my end. So I don't know if you cut out for stream as well.
Probably not. But yeah, it's the
But yes, thanks Discord.
yeah, the it's also like passive perception. Like, we've had this conversation before, but we'll have it on stream now. Passive perception, even having a high passive perception, is not busted. The way people run it is busted, but it inherently rules as written is not. So, let's say we'll take like running through, like not running through, but like walking through the bazaar. You know, a passive perception, a high passive perception tells you, hey, something smells really different and really good. An active perception check says, hey, that smells like a pie. And it, you know, that smell, it's a pie smell, and it's coming from the left. The passive just tells you that something is different. That's all it does. It doesn't give you anything specific. Because you are not actively looking or actively trying to sense, you know, what it is. Basically, it's the, I think I saw something out of the corner of my eye while I was looking to the left. You know, that's your passive. Nice crit. Alright, take care of this. And we'll leave one of the antlions alive because they're not really much of a threat.
Also, you know what? Looking at this trap damage, you know, die stuff, I was not hitting you guys with high enough damage rolls.
Daring?
Yeah, the
Daring.
labyrinth.
Oh.
Because here it's like, then again, like, yeah, deadly. So it's like a deadly gas, you know, blah, 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 blah. A level 3 party would deal damage equal to 2 times their party level 66. This average damage is 21, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, sure, I had, you know, multiple, like, D8s, but it's like, that was only, like, dangerous, and it's like, I wanted, like, deadly traps. So it's like, I should have been doing, like, multiples D10s. It's like, I was, but it's like, yeah, I could have like made those a little bit heftier, which obviously I noted. Not to mention probably give, you know, 2-hit things a better 2-hit.
Yeah.
Either that or just auto hit.
Yeah.
I also find that funny. on one of those traps. Like I mentioned like a single digit, and then like obviously not the modifier, and I'm like, oh man, that was close to hitting, but oh man, that's still only a single digit, and like either like you or Blade was like, wait, a single digit nearly hit me. You guys were like, what the hell is that
It
modifier?
was probably Blade, because he was playing a monk.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, if a single digit almost hit me with the paladin build that I have, we were fucked. Peek behind the curtain for those who were not there, which is everyone aside from Isaac.
Yeah.
I had a 24 AC. I had full plate armor and a shield that gave me a +2 on top of the +2. So if a single digit hit me, it had a minimum, an absolute minimum of a +15.
Yep, and that was like a 7 +13.
Yeah, did you ever look at the shield that I sent you?
Not really. No.
I really want it. It seems fun.
Yeah, well, you know what? I want to have fun too. I have so much shit to scroll through.
Do you want me to just send it to you again?
No, I'm nearly there. I found it.
No. I'm honestly ready for him to just outright reject this, but it's a homebrew item, but it's not inherently busted. It's just good. like it on its own, I do not think is like super busted and broken, but I looked at it as like, this might be considered too good for where we're at, but that would be up to him because he knows what we're dealing with and we don't. That, and he also has to find a way for me to get it, so.
Yeah, because otherwise you're gonna have to buy this, and that's gonna be expensivo. It's very rare. Oh yeah. I know what the item this is. Just with
Looking at it.
starting to read the summon fortifications, because I also looked at this when it was like released a few weeks ago.
Yeah, and I'm looking at this, and I'm like, man, this probably would have been a better idea for my paladin in the one shot.
Yeah.
I don't know how I missed that.
The problem is that I noticed with this is how many archers there are. And then, you know, that's kind of it, of like how many archer attacks are there, because it doesn't go into enough specifics on how many there are.
It gets one for, I think verbatim, I think it summons is it the Wall of Stone spell is what it can use? Is that what it's called?
It is its own version of the Wall of Stone.
But inherently the battlements that it summons is just Wall of Stone. The archers is then on top of that.
Yeah, because it says this version of the spell creates a stone wall that's lined with parapets. It has battlements between each wall's panels. An illusory archer appears, blah blah blah. Fires magic arrow nearest.
That's where I also gave you Wall of Stone, because it's 10 by default, and then if you half the size, you can do 20. You would half the size, half the hit points, and make 20 of them. But the So I think it's because it says between the battlements, so 10 battlements, which would mean 9 archers. And then obviously if you destroy a battlement, I would lose an archer. I don't remember what the damage side for the archers is, but if you want to know what Wall of Stone is, look up
It's
Wall
a
of Stone.
1d6 plus 4, and they
1d6
have a plus 8 to hit. So it's literally a better animate objects. It's like, yeah, this is a once per day, but it's like if you are in a game where you're only doing 1 combat per day, this destroys an encounter. Like, the action economy sway is so big.
What if we modified it?
I'm looking at Wall of Stone again.
Honestly, like, really the reason I picked this, even though I knew it was like pretty good, was like I'm not finding anything I can actually use. Like, and this is definitely an issue, I think, overall with magic items, and then on top of this homebrew that you got, there's a lot of magic weapons. Like a lot of magic weapons in 5e. Which is nice. However, if you have a magic weapon already, you don't need a second one. And there's not enough items to fill that void. I looked through basically near everything on 5e tools. And I looked through that entire PDF minus the things that weren't in there. And just did not find anything. I found barely anything.
Yeah, this alternate like effect to Wall of Stone is stupid good. Like, if there weren't so many archers that would be attached to that, like, it wouldn't be inherently busted.
Yeah, like when I looked at it, I was like, this feels like a rarity lower than it should be.
Yeah, it definitely does. This feels like it is a legendary item.
Because it's basically 9d6 plus 36 damage.
Yeah.
Assuming they all hit, but...
I mean, yeah, sure, you have to make concentration checks, I think. And that's only like up to 10 minutes. Yeah, and it's like you're still having to cast the Wall of Stone. So it's like this takes up your concentration slot. But it's like that's a lot of damage, because this is like a thing that it's like you could just sit there, use your first action to do it, and then as long as you don't break concentration within that first turn, you could just take the dodge action every turn.
Yeah.
And then because you're, you know, a character that has a shield, and this also gives you like just a natural +1, so you're having an automatic, you know, +3 AC here. Yeah, you easily have like an AC of like 20 or 21.
I would have 21.
Well, just by nature of, you know, being a class with this.
Oh. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like you would have a 20, 21.
You'd be floating between 20 and 22. So depending on what you're facing, with this, depending on what the modifiers are to hit you. You're likely not going to get hit. It's probably like a less than a coin flip.
He says, throwing creatures at me that hit every single turn because of their modifiers. Listen to this guy. You hear this?
Look, I can't help it that I rolled the single digits or lower single digits on like the two range dudes, or against the person who automatically makes a roll a disadvantage, and I roll like the 10s and higher against you. I can't help it.
No, but really, it does come down to like I just didn't find anything like that angelic armor, which I know is really good, and then that, which I also know is really good. It's like that's the only things I found that were like good, that weren't straight out like just meant for level 15 and higher. And that's just across the board. Homebrew that you sent me and 5e. Like, I just didn't find anything. There's not a lot of good non-weapons. The one benefit of Easkin being a high level is like every time I hit, I gain like 18 XP.
That's just really wild to me, because it's like looking at the table here. At 10th level, actually no, at 9th level is when a wizard will get their first 5th level slot. Which is obviously
level, right?
Yes. So 9th and 10th level, it's like, yeah, the wizard has 1 cast or 2 casts of their 5th level slots. And I know 5th level, slots are, you're getting into the real powerful magics, right? But I do feel like that extra bit onto Wall of Stone is too good for that very rare item.
Yeah.
That is too many archers for a once per day thing.
All right, what would you think would be a good number of archers? Like, let's just spark some conversation here. What would be a good number? What? Stop
Let me
that.
look at animate objects again.
I hope I'm not. I don't think I'm a multiple level 5, so. Okay, good.
Yeah, so animate objects is also a 5th level spell. I thought it was 4th. Okay, so what they did is essentially attach animate objects to Wall of Stone.
Ah.
Because choose up to 10 non-magical objects within range that are not being worn carried. Medium count is 2, large count is 4, and huge count is 8. So essentially, if you make tiny things, which is coins, for example,
The best one. Go on.
yeah, they have a +8 to hit and 1d4 +4. So that's about the same to hit as these archers on the battlements. But these battlement archers deal more damage as a 1d6 +4. I feel like they would be not as deadly if it was like animate objects where they dealt 1d4. I think that would be a bit more fair. but even then, it's like, even for a once per day, I feel like this is like too strong. It's like, I know, you know, buff marshals, but it's like the marshal isn't even doing this, you know? You are having like no input on this other than I summon it,
Yeah, I'm
and
not doing
and this deals
anything.
all the damage for me.
Yeah, there is no active element in this. It's just happening. The active element was I pushed the button and said go.
It's like, yeah, sure, you're rolling all the hits and you know the damage, but it's like your character is not contributing to the damage. It is this byproduct of what you did with your character is doing the damage. Oh, and I am just 20 minutes behind on the stream again.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like, what? Because it's not the active window?
It might be. Oh boy, 32%. Nice, we're gonna hit. Grinding is slow.
Yeah, sure is.
We still have to get a bunch of levels. Like 7 more. Everyone else here has to get like 20 more level, or like, not, well, but 15.
Also, I did finally find the thing that I was looking for.
Oh, the thing?
I found the thing.
The thing! What's the thing?
Beneficial effects and detrimental effects.
Nice.
So it was tucked into a Dungeon Master's toolkit thingy. Has a bunch of thingies for, you know, obviously DM stuff and a few dungeons. So I now copied it so that way I can find it in my essentially where all the other books and stuff are. Because I had it in the dungeon folder because it had dungeons in it. But I need to go check my laundry and go to the bathroom, get a new drink. I will be back.
Don't worry, I'll just keep missing with our arrows. But if anyone in the chat has any questions, feel free to ask as well. It's semi-AMA, I guess. But I guess I'll steal from TFS again and say I would rather prefer questions that provoke conversation rather than just yes or no. Or one-word answers. I know I get to do protect on everyone this turn. That way if they get countered, they're not taking as much damage. Yeah, sadly I don't think we'll be able to hide out in this mission the entire time, but MP regeneration not being as good as I want it to be. Of course, as everyone catches up slowly, this is gonna get, you know, just that little bit slower. And small defense. It's almost noon. Crazy to me. We've been doing this for an hour and a half. But Eason's very occasionally gaining 1 MP. Or 1 XP. Ow. A nice 1 crit. At least Easkin's gaining a solid 10 experience per. We just keep this train rolling. Like, some of our characters just had actions that they could just do over and over again, and they'll gain XP, and then others don't. Oh no, no, he leveled up. Great, now the Protect's gone. Can we not miss? Very much appreciate it. You have a good day at work. Sorry for stopping by. But this is kind of where I would really want, like, you know, double the XP. Just make this faster. Like, I still have to put the effort in, but make it faster. All right. Right here. I mean, we have him like with like the smallest sword we can give him. That's it. He's just hitting for that hard. Double shoot. We can actually deal damage. Ah, we're so close to level. I wish it carried over. Nice crit. She's level 21. If it wasn't for the height difference there. Of course, both of them are blinded. We got no frickin' resistance. I don't think you're gonna get enough MP back to heal everyone this turn. Okay, good. We hit once. Hit twice, even with a 13. Unfortunately, like, you definitely want counter for this because every time you hit, obviously they'll turn to phase it, which gives someone else the better chance to hit. So you're not just having someone who's got really bad, placement all the time. The only person who has bad placement is the person who just hit them. That's why I put it back on. Should get enough MP this turn. Then it does it again. This is where I would like vastly prefer if like literally any clan showed up, because they don't have stuff like this. But no, it's gotta be the monsters. Starting to get a little bit frustrated, but I've just done so many games that let you grind way better than this. I think that's really it. Now my eye's bothering me. That's always fun. I do think a telltale sign of the scale being kind of out of whack is like Easkin and Mayo have been in basically every mission, and then, or Mayo's been in basically every mission, Easkin has been in every mission, and Easkin is still underleveled. Like, he is only just now getting to a point where he was not underleveled for the last mission. I will say, excuse me, I think my gripes with grinding really just do circle back around to the lack of active missions. I do like the system for XP in this. Like, we're hitting a higher level enemy gives you more. We're hitting a lower level enemy gives you less. And then, like, consistently, it is always 100 XP to level up. Like, I think that's a really, like, good core system. Just because it's always, I'm not having to wonder how much XP do I have left, right? I can look at this number, this 18, I know exactly how much I need. I know I need 82 experience to level up. It doesn't matter if I'm level 20, it doesn't matter if I'm level 30, or if I'm level 5. That 18 means I need 82 experience to level up. And like that consistent baseline 10 experience, like it's not too high, it's not too low. I think 10 is a good number for on level. Just the minutia of not having enough active missions and all of these clan battles being low level makes it a bit rough.
I'm
Welcome back. Oh yeah, so I know you sent me that video with Mr. Happy doing the solo Emerald EX in
Yes.
FF14. Oh, holy crap, the timing's really finicky.
I could see just from that little clip, yes.
Even in practice, like, I need to, like, look. I think it would honestly be, like, way better if we get your Gunbreaker up to 100, and then we could duo it pretty easily.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing with the timing is that, if you... So for... I'll put this in a perspective. So what happens is this is an 8-person mechanic. Like, this is meant for 8 people to be there and to do this the way it's supposed to do. It's supposed to be done. What you get is at the cardinals and intercardinals around the arena, a bunch of different orbs spawn. Some are yellow, some are blue. And they're always alternating. So, like, if at one end of this little tether is a blue orb, the other end will be a yellow. And I don't remember which one is which, but one will give you a physical vulnerability up because it deals physical damage. The other will give you will deal magic damage and replace that vulnerability with a magic vulna. So obviously you're supposed to take one and then rotate and take the other. And obviously will deal massive damage if you don't do it right. You can technically now do it solo, but the timing is really finicky because, like, if one of the orbs on the tether isn't broken, they'll just keep moving closer to each other to explode. If you tank one, you now have a limited amount of time to take the one that was on the other side of the tether, or it explodes and just kills you. And that's where the timing comes in, where everything's just exploding and just dealing max damage. But I tried it. Living with this cough is pain. But I don't know if I have enough HP anyway to take it as a Gunbreaker.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think I have enough, but I'm not doing it right anyway. And that's the hard part.
Yes.
However, we can try it again at another point. Ruby weapon, absolutely easily doable with 2 people. I think eventually, when we have higher damage and higher gear, it's doable solo. A lot of the harder trials love putting in, all right, you gotta fight these 2 new things that showed up, but you can't let them get close together or they'll become invulnerable or they'll buff themselves.
Yep.
And it's not inherently a bad mechanic. It makes it tough to solo because you can't kill them in like 2 seconds. Though I would wager by near the end of the X-Pack, I think we can.
Unless you're a current Pictomancer. But you still have to dump a bunch of resources to do it.
Oh yeah. That's just the way of it, though.
Yeah.
That was the way of it with Bismarck in Shadowbringers. is he does the same thing. Is he'll just summon those 2 ads in one of the phase, and he gives you a fair amount of time before the other one will come wandering over. But playing Samurai, the literal I only do DPS, I do not help anybody do anything, fuck you, class. I had to, you have to save your cooldowns for that. Just unload all of it, and that's the only way it died. Obviously now you don't have to do that, but
Yeah.
it's that same thought. I wonder if I could do it with Samurai.
Yeah.
Food for thought.
Questions for later.
Questions for later. I keep flashing back to that one Cell versus Sukin video with Kermit. It's so good. The British are indeed very powerful. Why can't a British person do this? Sets everything on fire.
Man, you weren't kidding about the fire.
Can you do anything else? Just on the ground, everything's on fire. Are you winning, buddy?
Arrow in the ass.
God, that is so funny. I also
I forgot to ask my roommate about internet stuff while I was down there. Nah, I'll do it after.
But I have to love the shout outs to like the dialogue. Like you can tell the person who seriously I missed both shots. Anyway. They obviously like watched the show. It's just it's just Kermit's drowning Sukuna. That's like stand proud, Sukuna. You were strong. And that's a line you only get if you watch the show, like in its entirety. Like you don't just look up an explanation of the powers. Like no, you have to watch the show. Alright, we'll see how much MP Mayo has. Like we've gotten everyone a bunch of levels, but they're still not on par with like the current missions, so
Yeah.
which is like at minimum what I would want them to be before we stop grinding. Never mind like what I would want to be at for the final bosses. But let's circle it back around to D&D real quick. As we mentioned the campaign. Is it just the Unexpectables is the YouTube channel?
I believe so.
Well, you can look up the Unexpectables and you'll find the playlist. So the first campaign that they have done, it is fully done. It's finished.
Completo.
The beginning was when they were all pretty much just learning 5e. So
Yep.
Be aware of that. Also, learning how to stream it was for a lot of things. They fix a lot of it later, but
Yeah, it was definitely learning how to stream it and set it up. The DM, she's been DMing for years, before that, so she was good. It was just Taka. Taka was the baby to 5e.
Taka was a baby to 5e. Gaijin was somewhat like Taka was like baby to D&D, period. Everyone else was like, except Zito was baby to like 5e. So they're like, okay, how does this work in 5e? Because I know how it works in 3.5. How does this work in 5e? It doesn't work like this. It doesn't work the same way as it does in 3.5. Like, normal stuff. It's the same things that people are going to be asking with like, new stuff. But it's good. It's fully complete. The second one takes place in the same world, but you don't.
Different
What?
different continent.
Yeah, but it's the same world, so like the events of the first campaign like will probably technically affect some stuff, but you don't need to know any of it.
It's, I think, 10 years later.
Yeah.
Which we need to like go to the VOD channel, because I don't think they've uploaded this yet. The one shot that Bosco ran from KitsuneCon.
Link me to it. I'll say for foot.
Because it's in 2 parts. And in one of the recent episodes, he did say that he was given the go-ahead from Monty and a few other people, mainly Monty, to like edit it together and then slap it on the channel.
Sweet. But I do highly recommend those campaigns. They're very good so far.
Yes. Minus your gripes of
The second one.
the players wanting to keep their stuff secretive.
They really like keeping what class they are secretive in the second one, and I don't like it. Not like I don't backseat. Like I question some stuff, but I don't backseat like the D&D like games. I don't go on their videos and comment. I don't say anything in the chat. But it's hard for me to get into because I like, you know, I like sitting there and going, all right, I'm gonna like, I think Gaius is a fighter of some sort. So okay, I don't know what he can do, but if I did, I would be like, okay, I wonder, is he gonna do this? Is he gonna do this? You know, like I like kind of playing along and trying to figure out what they're gonna do before they do it. It's part of what I enjoy.
That, and also like knowing what they're playing, you might want to, you know, eventually try it yourself. But since they don't openly, one sec.
Woo! How much MP does Mayo have when we get to his turn here? $42. But yeah, like wanting to play, I may want to play the class. Maybe I want to add something, you know, to a class to like homebrew it for like whatever I'm doing. You know, it's just things you can do that I can't do without knowing the class. That. Still doing the same shtick. Bro, I need you to stop missing. I don't get XP like that. I think once we run out of MP on Mayo, I'll just finish it and we'll wrap up. I feel like it's that. I feel like that's a good line. Can you not dodge and then hit? Can you get hit and then miss? Let's do this instead. I could have been doing that the whole time. I just didn't think about it being AoE. Like, the second that I can't cast anything with Mayo, I think we'll just, that's gonna be it. We have, like, a few more rounds before that happens. We made significant progress leveling wise. I also keep forgetting my freaking tactic for trying to maybe manipulate the antlion down there, but I don't even know if it's gonna work. It might just do things randomly. Yeah, he doesn't really need defense. No one's hitting him for any damage. So... hey, the forecast is always 1. Yeah, there's my tactic. I doubt it's gonna work, but we can try. Have them both face it so it has like the worst chance to hit. Oh, nice. Leveled up off the 4. It's just weird Nansen's healing 40 and we're healing like 20. I'm not sure why. He's getting ready to head out. He's hiding in the corner over there. Yeah, he even has less HP, so I'm not sure why. The healing amount in this game doesn't entirely make sense to me. And he's still leveling up. I guess double shot's really good because we have 2 times the chances to crit, so I feel like if you're not doing something else, I feel like there's no reason to not use double shot. There's also twice the chance to miss, I guess, as well. Mayo's now 24. All of the crits all of a sudden. Alright, these two get at least one more round to fully level up. But if I could maybe, if this actually is manipulating the antlion, then might be a strat to recognize in the future. Are you kidding? Literally the one time I didn't want you to crit. That's thanks for the judge point, though. I appreciate it. I said the one time, but I haven't wanted him to crit at all, so... Alright, come on, don't be a jerk. Damn it! Literally, he's going for the thing that's going to kill him. That's... I don't get it. Alright, those two have leveled up. Yeah, you were not close to leveling up. And I think this is the last go around, so I mean, if the antlion dies this turn, then so be it. We got everyone like 3 or 2 to 3 levels at least, so that's pretty solid. Be nice if he stops dodging, though. Alright, come on, watch him crit again. Watch it. It's gonna happen right now. Yep, and he can't cast anything. He can cast Cure, and that's it. So this is the last turnaround.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Just in time for the last turnaround. It was out of MP.
My roommates were talking to me about possible stuff for the internet.
Ah.
We could also upgrade our internet, but I was like,
Let's
look,
see if you
I
can
hear
fix
you-
it first.
yeah, that's what I said. I'm like, I'd rather this number go up and then we talk about it. Because sure, number might go up from us upgrading, but I'm going to go from maybe like 10 up to like 30. And then I'm paying this, helping to pay this extra bit that I'm not fully benefiting from.
Yeah. So if you fix it first, then you see where your number is at. I'm like, do we even need to upgrade? Do we even need to pay more? So you fix the problem, we can test the screen share and see what we do with that. Because there's also there's apparently a way you can do it with Parsec, but that's a whole different thing. But you still need upload speed for that, so
yeah. Because obviously I mentioned cable, but our splitter that is next to my room and my roommate up here is also like 4 or 5 years old. So, and we also have like a Netgear one, which apparently is lower on the, tiers of, goodness, yeah, scale. So that might not also be helping. So yeah, there's a multitude of things that could be the issue. So I'll probably go out shopping to Best Buy and pick some of this stuff up Saturday before session.
I would wait. I would test to make sure that it is not your computer somehow. Make sure it's the Ethernet. Like unplug the Ethernet and do a speed test.
I might also have like another thing with the cord. I don't know if I have a weaker cat cable, like cat setting cable, because my roommate recommended that Cat 6 is what we need. If we did have higher speeds, like maybe Cat 8 would be fine. So I don't even know what kind of cable I have.
Yeah.
And it also doesn't help that I'm pretty sure I bought this cable from Walmart. So not, you know, a tech place like Best Buy.
Yeah, but that's the thing, is like, you should, I very, 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 very highly recommend undoing the Ethernet.
Yes,
And
I
then
can
doing
try
it.
that, but I'm pretty sure
I
it's
know,
just...
but if there's even a 1% chance that it is not your Ethernet cable, I don't want you spending all the money and going, wow, can't believe it wasn't the Ethernet cable. Now I spent like $100 and it didn't work. You know, I don't want you to do that.
Yeah, but I'm also feeling like it is a higher than a higher percent chance that it is my cable,
Yes,
and a new one is probably going to fix it.
but the test costs nothing to do.
It cost me time that I could be doing going and buying that stuff.
Hear this guy, chat? Hear this guy, comment section? Do you hear this guy? This guy giving this guy sound advice, and he's just like, nah, I'd win.
I would win.
I'm not saying I disagree with you. I'm saying you should still do this anyway.
Oh.
Listen to this guy. Just giving him. It's my advice is so free. I'm not even charging you. It's free advice, and he's just like, nah, I'd win. I've got this. I got this, fam.
It's my money and I'll spend it now.
Meanwhile, your underpowered computer parts having to fight Gojo and losing. We just don't know yet. Actually, don't know if a network card would affect Ethernet. I don't think it does, but still. And that is very much out of my realm of expertise. I just know how to put a band-aid on some of these things. Like, I know resetting the routers sometimes will just fix your speeds.
Yeah.
But you know what? We almost made it to time to end anyway. I just don't want to start another heavy grinding session. We got Easing to 25, Montblanc is at 16, Hansa to 21, Parrish to 21, Mayo to 24, Diana to 21, and Iona to 22. So, like, everyone's gotten up a bunch of levels. Just, I need more. I need to do this like 2 more times, and I'm not really a huge fan of it. But once we do this like 2 or more times, then we should be good to like the end of the game. The biggest thing is right now, Viana, Iona, Parrish, and Nansen all need to be 25. That's going to take 1 more good grinding session to do. After that, we can try a story mission, see where we end up.
Yes.
But for now, I must bid the adieu. I have some more grinding I want to do in 14. I have to watch the video again for the second Dawn Trail Extreme because I don't remember anything other than the first mechanic, and I don't remember that well, so... That, and I get to figure out if I'm doing this as a tank or a DPS, and those very different. It's not like doing an EX as a DPS versus a healer generally isn't too different. There's probably some couple different mechanics, but if I am a tank, I am usually standing on the opposite side of the arena and doing things very differently. So I'm just like, I get to figure that out. But you all have a great rest of your day, whether you're watching in the comments, or watching in the comments, watching the VOD, the archive, or watching live right now. And we'll see you Friday. And meanwhile, I still need to figure out what the heck we're doing after this.
Yeah. Goodbye.